Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video, we are going to take a look at Florges. Florges is a Pokemon that got access to the new move Chilling Water. It's going to be a legacy move on this Pokemon, it's going to be a community day move on this Pokemon, it's going to be a move that I expect a lot of other Pokemon going to get in the future because it's a very, very strong move. It's a move that's going to be an Icy when cloned as a water type on a Pokemon like Florges is going to be very, very cool because what this is going to allow you now is you're going to have way more control over the battlefield. I think it is the only second Pokemon that has a debuffing move that it can reach in 10 turns or 5 seconds, which is only there with Kyurem, which is kind of funny. And with that, this is going to make this Pokemon so much stronger. We see it even with Kyurem. Kyurem has now played in the Great and even been in the Master League, just because you're going to be able to get to the Glaciate so fast to drop opponents' attack. And we're going to have the same here now on the Florges. Florges got access to Chilling Water. And Chilling Water is a 45 energy move that's going to get reached after just 5 Fairy Winds. And also, we're going to have just a double coverage move here on this as well. We're going to have here both a Trailblaze as well as a Chilling Water. Trailblaze, of course, having the option to boost your own attack up. And so, this is going to be an interesting video here today. I wasn't, again, able to showcase Pokemon because I was casting in the regional, but also funnily enough there, I wasn't even able to really evolve the Pokemon because you had to get I think 7 Buddy Hearts for everyone that you want to evolve, and I was just focusing on the event and I wasn't focusing on Pokemon Go. And yes, I could have done still the evolution afterwards, but I was just I don't know, I just forgot about it. So I had to use 3 Elite Tabs total on all of my Florges for every single league because it's going to be meta in every single league. So I definitely kind of want to at least showcase all of them eventually. And here we're going to have the Great League version. We're going to take a look at the other ones eventually on this channel as well. But Great League Florges was honestly a lot of fun, and I went way positive with this team as well. Actually here, by the way, in the second battle, I just forgot to press record. This is literally just the beginning of the battle. We just saw the Bastion in the lead, and I was only able to hit, of course, the record button because I have to open up a pop-up menu or whatever first, while we had the first charge move coming through. But we just faced here the Bastion and the lead in this battle, and so we gotta see here already. We're going to be able to now do some super effective damage against them. Aren't we going to end up in a position where we're not really too happy with? We're kind of getting hard-walled here. Well, yes, against the Bastion we do super effective damage. It is still not going to be enough to really pressure them that much because Bastion's bulk is just so insane. But yeah, that is not going to be an ideal scenario. Still, this team is a team that I really enjoyed running. I went 4-1 in the first set. I think I went 2-3 in the second set, and I went for a 3-game win streak afterwards again, and then I just stopped using the team and used a different team, which you're going to see tomorrow, which got me up to high up in the veteran, to 2,560 or something, close to the leaderboard range. I might even be able to reach leaderboard with the next team that I'm going to run. I have a lot of ideas for that in mind already. But yeah, basically, this team here worked out super well. This team got me quite a bit of elo, and this is going to be interesting because it's Florges, and it's Florges without any fairy type charge moves, which you would usually see because they're going to do the most amount of damage. But honestly, that's why I kind of wanted to use the Florges for. I want to be using this Pokemon as more of an utility Pokemon, a Pokemon that's going to be able to use the charge moves in order to more pressure shields, pressure the 2 shield scenario especially, just using it for that and have the coverage that I need, because even in this meta, we have Grasswind, for example, in this. You kind of want to have the Grass-type coverage there. While yes, against normal Ground-type Pokemon, you're actually going to have double coverage now, which is not really as ideal. I still think that the Trailblaze combination is kind of funny here, and I kind of want to give it a try, and that's why I want to use it here as well. But yeah, we're going to have here Prime Move against us. We're going to be able to knock it out. In comes the Mandos, and they are going to be able to knock us out. But we still have our Florges, and we're going to still have 2 Chilling Waters here, and the first one's coming through doing some tower damage, and the second one is going to be able to get the KO here. And well, yes, we started a little bit late into the battle, or into the recording. We're going to be able to win this battle, even though we got actually kind of walled there as well. And so we're going to go up now against the Jumpluff. Jumpluff is a Pokemon that I didn't really expect here too much. It's a Pokemon that honestly got nerfed quite significantly this season, but I do think actually it still has some potential. I was actually great there catching, by the way, the move of Acrobatics was definitely Acrobatics, not the Energy Ball there. Doing a lot of damage here now against us with the Energy Ball. It's kind of annoying because If I caught the acrobatics, it would have been so much better for me. Like, it would have been so much better for me. Swift is coming through now, and we are going to be able to go for the mud bump against the opponent. That is going to be okay for us. This is going to allow us to get a little bit of damage in. And then comes the Florges again. We are going to be able to let this move go. It's going to be the Swift. We're going to try our best to go for the Chilling Water here as well. Chilling Water is going to be able to connect now against the opponent. And with that, we are going to be able to get that KO against the Ferret. Let's see what is going to happen next. We're going to have here the Jump Love in. We're going to stop out here into our Dust Clouds. We have the Shadow Punch coming through as well. And with that, we are going to be able to get a little bit of damage against the opponent, but this is totally not the matchup that I kind of want to be in. I want to be in a little bit of a different matchup here. I want to be in with either the Florges or, of course, my other Pokemon, my Stunfisk, because they are super effective coverage there. But yeah, we're going to look like we are having a bit of issues there because we would have liked to also get the Trailblaze off against the Azumarill to force a shield, but we're not able to do that. And with that, now we're going to be in a position where Jump Love is up against our Florges. Unless you're going to get shields here, we have no chance of winning, and we don't get shields. And so yeah, there is nothing I could have done there anymore. Unfortunate battle, I feel like could have went a little bit different. But here's a prime example why I feel like Trailblaze is still kind of cool to have on this Pokemon. We can just go for the charge move here against the opponent's Gastrodon, and we're going to put them into Farmland range. And they go into the Credilli, allowing me now to have a boosted Chilling Water against the Credilli, dropping the opponent's attack, and also allowing us to swap out into the Dusclops, where we're going to have no super effective Ice Punch against them. This is generally very solid. We are going to be able to just go ahead and go for the no shield here, of course. Yeah, they're debuffed. Like, I don't really need to shield anything. And we can take even another hit. I'm not really too worried about it. I have still Ice Punch. I am going to be able to outspeed the opponent, but they're swapping out even into the Togekiss. This is, of course, a double debuffed Ice Punch, so it's not going to do more than like 40%. And so we have to swap out now into the Sunfist, but that's going to be an alright matchup. And I should even be able to outspeed them if I go straight for the move here. If I go straight, I should be able to get to the move in time. I do go straight here. This is going to be enough to knock them out, I think, at this point. We're going to see the Shielded coming through, and we're going to be able to just take another hit, and we can still outspeed them. Like, they're not going to be able to knock us out or force a shield from us. We are going to be able to just go for the move straight away, but they swap out into the Credilli, allowing them to still take that hit. Very well done there, but we can still just go for a Shadow Punch. We can just go for the knockout. We're just going to be able to even go up to another Shadow Punch here. And this is most likely going to be enough to knock out the opponent's Togekiss as well. And with that, we're going to be able to just take a look at the final Pokemon. While having all our Pokemon left, it's going to be the Gastron, of course, which was already very low. And so we are easily able to win this battle. In the period where I kind of lost more of the battles there as well, I came up against like a lot of hard counter teams, and this is like one of them. If you have Scizor in the lead, like a lot of times that's going to be Jason in the back. That's why I swapped out into the Stunfisk, which is usually my closer, but I want to keep my other Pokemon here, Dusclops, because a lot of times I just get hard-walled against this team. I had this not the first time, this is like the third time I think I battled this type of team here with Scizor. And usually I got walled with my Sazop as well of the other Pokemon here, of the Dusclops, but now I get walled with a Stunfisk here, so that's not ideal. The battles are, by the way, always kind of randomized in which order they are in, and here we're gonna see the Azumarill, and we're going to lose this one, and we can move on to the next one. We will face a Bastiodon. This is going to be, again, a bit of an awkward matchup. It's a shiny Bastiodon, though, which is cool. And we're going to have the Chilling Water, which is going to allow us to take the hits a little bit easier. We're going to do some super effective damage against the opponent. But honestly, like, the damage is pitiful. Like, this is barely doing anything against the opponent. And so, Stone Edge is coming in. I just want to keep my energy. I have a lot of energy stored, and they sub out into the Azumarill. Of course, in hindsight, I would have liked to see my Stunfisk aligned here and not my Dusclops. But I will still take it because we are going to be in an alright position here. We can still go for the Shadow Punch. We are still going to be able to go ahead and get that, not the shield, not the KO, but a little bit of damage here onto the opponent, which is going to be alright. And we could even try to use our Florges here to go for a move and go for the swap out and to the move. And that is, again, not ideal. We have to shield here. And we can at least get the Trailblaze off. Honestly, this is more than I actually even expected. That's going to be cool, because now they're going to be in Shadow Punch range. And now we're going to have a boosted Chilling Water against the opponent, which is going to be fantastic, as we don't reach another one. It doesn't really matter, but the opponent is debuffed now, and we are not really worried at all about what they're going to do next. We're going to be in a really solid position here, as we are going to be able to get a ton of energy against the opponent. we will be able to go for that Mud Bomb and still keep all of the energy for the next matchup. So while we are shielded out, we're going to see, there's a Jellicent lurking in the back. We're going to have a lot of energy here. We still have energy also on our Dusclops, and this is going to be some super effective damage coming through against the opponent's Jellicent the entire time, which is going to be fantastic. We see the Discharge. It's going to get the shield here from the opponent. We have the Shadow Punch coming through. Up against the Azumarill, not really a problem. This is going to knock them out here. They still have another one stored, which means they either have to use another shield here or let the move go and then go kind of down with it. They let the move go, and then already at this point, they have no chance of winning this battle, and so they forfeit this battle. Moving on. Moltres in lead. Fantastic lead that's swapping out into the Credilli, and again, if you face a lead that where the opponent wants to swap out of there, you're always going to be able to just debuff them with a Chilling Water and then swap out into your next Pokemon, which just makes it so much easier for you. And the cool thing here as well is, because we have the Florges and also the Stunfisk, we know against that Moltres, we have great coverage around like the entire team. So if we're going to be able to knock them out here against the Credilli with a lot of like health left on our own Pokemon, a lot of energy left on our own Pokemon, we can save our Dusclops because we're going to be able to just go ahead and swap out into our Florges then and have still 2 good Pokemon against the Moltres left. And so we swap out here straight away. In comes the Scissor, which is alright. We can go for the Chilling Water. It's going to do some nice neutral damage, not too much to be fair. And they decide to use a shield here. That's cool as well. And I still have my answer for it. And I still can even go ahead and go into my Dusclops, which is going to be able to shield up as well. And so I should be in the alright spot. The only thing that I can do here to lose this battle is play this out bad. And we see here the Shadow Punch coming through. All good so far. Like, that is not really doing anything bad for us. And then I'll swap onto the Moltres, which I expected. So I swap out of here as well. And I can go for the Discharge. That is going to allow us to get some nice damage in against them. We need to get some energy off our Pokemon anyway in order to get a little bit more extra for the next matchup afterwards. And so I decided to let the Brave Bird go through. I overfarmed by a tiny bit, but I should have overfarmed by more. I made a big mistake because now they're going to outspeed us and we are not going to get to that move, and we really needed to get to the charge move there. I misplayed this one. I could have won this battle if I played it a bit better. I needed one more fast move there and I would have been totally fine. Misplay by me. There's nothing to do with the team there. Like, this was something, if I just played out a little bit better, I would have won this battle guaranteed. But yeah, we're gonna move on now to the next opponent, where we will go up against a Dugong, where we're going to have super effective coverage again for as well. We're going to have the Trailblaze. The Trailblaze is coming through. The Trailblaze is going to put them down to half health, and we can go even for another one before they even debuff us for the first time, which is going to be fantastic, as they're going to be able to get the shield. I don't have the best answer. I could have went ahead and go into my Dusclops, but at the end of the day, I can just even pressure the opponent, because we know already there's a Toadscruel lurking there, and Toadscruel doesn't want to get hit by an Ice Punch, and so I rather just play this one out, use my shields, knock them out, and get that KO here against the Dugong. And with that, the alignment, then just going ahead and just swapping out into the Pokemon that I really need for the other Pokemon there, for the Toadscruel. And so now, I have the hardest answer here. I have the Ice Punch user. I have the Pokemon that is not affected by a Wrap. It's gonna have to just go for the Seed Bomb, which barely does any damage. And they're gonna try to catch the move here, as expected, onto a Carbink, which is not going to work out for them, because of what we have is a nice answer to it. The Stunfisk is going to be able to go up against the Carbink, and there's nothing they can do about it. We are just going to be able to spam those Mud Bombs. They're trying their best here. They want to get out of here, but even if they would get out of here at this point, they will not be able to knock us out with any of their Pokemon here. The Moonblast is coming in. I can still go for a Mud Bomb to knock out the opponent's Carbink. This was their only way of getting through the Dusclops, because now Dusclops is going to be safe against the opponent's Toadscruel. One Ice Punch is going to be enough to get that KO here. Double super effective hit. This is not a non-step move, but this is why the Dusclops has so much play. The Ice Punch coverage is so amazing. And we can move on to the next one. We will see here the Togekiss in the lead, and they have mainly resisted damage with like the Aura Sphere. I can debuff them first here as well with the Chilling Water. So far, not so bad, and I have great coverage against this Pokemon in the back as well. And so I'd rather keep the energy here on my Pokemon, swap out, but they swap out at the same time, but into the Pokemon that I actually wanted them to swap out in anyway. So I'm actually quite happy about it. It's going to be, of course, that Rock Tomb Credilli. They're going to have the fast move of a Bullet Seed, which is allowing them to get to the moves a little bit faster, which is a bit annoying, because otherwise I would have been able to more say two-shot them here if I would have got the first Ice Punch off before them. But like this, they are going to be able to still survive the hit, and it's not as ideal. I am going to be able to let the move go though, if I want to, when I do let the move go. And I still think I would be able to go for the farm down here, maybe even with the Florges. Let's see. The opponent is going to be able to still reach the move in time. I don't know what I tried to do there. That was a bit silly. I am going to be able to take that hit here, I want to say, but we have to shield up now on the next move. Psyshock is coming through, but I'm going to be able to keep all my energy. I'm not too sure we're going to be able to win this battle, but we have a ton of energy on one Pokemon, and I will be able to go for the full farm here against the Togekiss, leaving us as well with 2 charge moves on both of our Pokemon. We have one Pokemon really, really low already, and they have the Primeape in the back. This is very interesting, to be fair. I'm not too sure on how that's going to go. We're going to be able to force some shields here for sure, but I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to win this one, as we're going to be able to now, go ahead and go for the Ching Water play. This is very risky. If we would have caught a move here, I would have lost immediately. But we didn't, and with that, I can even go for another move here, because they didn't expect that I would still get there in time. They're -2 now with their Pokemon. They're going to go down here. They have to go for a charge move here. If they have a close combat against my other Pokemon here as well, they're going to most likely win, as they're going to boost their own attack up. If this is a close combat, I'm going to lose this battle here straight away. It is the Rage Twist. We barely survived, and this is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.